Today we have a repeat veteran community moment giver, and he's always awesome. Let's welcome David Levy.
So today I'm going to introduce, I had this great talk planned, and I had a nice PowerPoint presentation, so luckily there's no screen, so I don't need that. And then I woke up this morning and I looked at the calendar and realized there's an important holiday coming up called Purim. Has anybody here ever heard of the holiday of Purim? A couple of you. It's a Jewish holiday. It's got some really odd customs. One of which, I don't know if you noticed, little triangular shaped cookies out there with little fruit filling. Those are called hamantashen. Every Jewish holiday goes this way. They tried to kill us, they didn't, let's eat. So there is food associated with every Jewish holiday, so enjoy the hamantashen today. There's other really strange customs, such as you're supposed to drink a lot. I mean, a lot. The commandment is to get drunk enough so you can't tell the difference between blessed is Mordecai and cursed is Haman, which are two characters in this biblical story. So, but you're supposed to get really drunk. In fact, I remember as an adult going into this very religious place that I hadn't been before, and there, standing in the middle, is one of the members reading from the book of Esther, stopping long enough to take another shot of scotch before continuing on. Kids are running around in costumes. It's total chaos. Nobody's paying attention. How is this not the most fun holiday ever? And it's not just for the adults to get drunk. The kids, like we said, the kids dress up in costumes from the story. And there's usually a carnival. And there's usually a parade, usually. I mean, it's the most fun, but the least known holiday. So, why am I discussing Purim to an Oasis group who is, for all intents and purposes, secular? Well, first let me give you a quick summary. And one of the important things before I start is, one of the things that not many people know about this, has anybody heard of the book of Esther? It's part of what you guys call the Old Testament? What Jews call the Bible? The book of Esther, if you read it, the word God does not appear anywhere in that text. Anywhere. It's all about what the people did. So if you get a chance, read that story. But it goes like this. There was this king. He picked out a wife, married this wife, obviously didn't know anything about her, who was secretly Jewish. Right? And the king had this advisor named Haman. And Haman said, hey, there's these people, the Jews, and they're different from us. They're other. And the king said, well, slaughter them. Right? Slaughter them. So they were beginning to do this, and Esther, the queen, says to the king, oh yeah, by the way, I'm one of those Jews you're about to slaughter. And all the Jews were saved because all of a sudden the king now knows one Jew, that's one of the good ones. And so everybody was saved. What does this have to do with us, though? Given the banning of certain people and walls and separation, I want you to remember how every Civil Rights Act really started and how every Civil Rights Act was successful. If we think most recently, something we can all relate to, the homosexual movement. You think there weren't homosexuals before the 80s? But everybody was hiding. And we, as atheist agnostics, do that in our daily lives. I do it. When I'm out at work, I work with a very conservative bunch of people. And they say, what religion are you? I have an easy out. I say I'm Jewish but not religious. I can get away with that. But I don't come out and say, I'm an atheist. I'm an agnostic. But everywhere I can, I do. Everywhere it's appropriate. So what I'm going to ask the members of this community to do is make it easier for everybody like we did for homosexuals. Think about civil rights. Integrating the schools was key to moving race forward. Granted, it's got a long way to go, but integration was key to that. Once you know somebody who represents that group, you're more inclined to be sympathetic. We see it a lot of times in Republicans when they all of a sudden switch from anti-gay marriage to pro-gay marriage because they have a granddaughter who's gay, something like that, right? We see it all the time. Let people know who you are. And I'm not saying take atheism out as a cudgel if, your company's getting the other couple of people are praying. Don't yell, I'm an atheist, we don't do that kind of stuff. But people ask you, if it's appropriate, go ahead and say, yeah, I'm not religious, I'm a nun. Whatever works for you. If you can. If you're not able, I get it. I certainly get it because I'm not completely out at work either. So that's my thoughts for this beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you.